and it is how to start 3D printing and painting as a hobby. So, do you want to tell us a little bit if I want to start 3D printing, what should I buy, what materials, and so on?
Right. So, if you want to start on 3D printing, first, go to Refurb website, buy this printer, this Easy Thread printer, and buy filament. So basically a PLA filament. Second, go to the websites, the proper website with this. Then you can find all the models. I recommend Thingiverse and Cults 3D. So Miguel gonna leave all the links on the description for this. And buy one Easy Thread printer, download your models, and start to print. That's easy, straightforward. Painting, that's a good part. That's a good point. I don't recommend you guys, when you start, just go into your hobby shop and buy the most expensive paints and the most expensive brush. Oh yeah, this is a Sable Hair Kolinsky that's gonna cost 30 pounds a brush. No, please don't do that. I'm still painting with my Miss Makeup brush. So anyway, you can buy just a cheap brush. You have these, general stores. You can buy a normal brush just to start. Don't need to be nothing fancy. Paints. You have Vallejo paints. It's not the most cheapest one. It's not the most expensive ones, but they're worth. They're worth, and you can use for a long time because you use just one drop, and you need to mix with water as well. So, and that's it. And don't worry about, oh yeah, that's not perfect. That's not. Oh yeah, that's horrible. No. Oh yeah, Miguel say my model is horrible. No. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That is, that's your hobby. Just do what you want. Oh yeah, the color, it's not the same as the website. No, don't worry about it. Just do your color scheme. Just make your, something that you would like to do. So, and the most important, have fun. That's the thing. It's when you're painting something, if you don't have fun painting, don't paint. Easy. But I'm 100% sure, you're gonna have a lot of fun if you start on the 3D printing and painting. And that's it.
He rests his case, but I have to I'll just give my small input on here. I think from an artistical point and starting any project or learning any new skill is very important. It's just as Fernando says, you don't have to buy the most expensive things, and you get very excited and you think they need all this high-end stuff, and if you're on YouTube and you see the reviews and it's like, oh, buy this, is the best thing for starters, and you're paying like 500 quid for something, and then like 2 days later you don't have time or something happens and you just can't work on that anymore, or I don't know, you just feel like doing something else. It's really important. It's like he was saying, you're using some cheaper products still after all this time. It's just, you want to draw, you don't buy a pencil that's like super expensive just so that. Just go and buy a pencil and even give yourself like a small goal and say, okay, if I draw up until this point, then I'll buy something better. It's not the products do help, the quality of the products do help, but at the beginning I believe it's the passion and just the effort and just the time that you apply onto things.
You don't need the ultimate stuff to paint. It's like me. I started my airbrushing, with a, I think, 24 pounds airbrush, and I still using that same airbrush today.
Yeah.
And if you take a look on YouTube and everywhere, oh yeah, airbrush reviews. They came with a Evolution airbrush that costs 250 quid. No, if you don't buy something that really expensive, if you don't try something before, because sometimes you just buy a airbrush and, I don't like airbrush, okay, throw away, and then you spend like 250 on airbrush for what? For nothing. So just keep slow, keep down, and just keep going up and up and up, when you're improving yourself. And the most important, don't worry about what people say. It's a learning curve. like, you know, everything in your life, it's a learning curve. Just start, make things that you think is good for you.
That's a very, very great speech. Thank you so much, Fernando. I believe now that this will be the time for all the Instagrams, all the social medias, everything that we want to share. We'll be sharing later on both channels. We'll be linking that in the description, so don't worry about that, guys. I have to say, this is a great first show. I really loved it. I'm really thankful for having you as one of our first guests. So, how did you find it? Did you like it?
It's a pleasure to be in here, to be honest. I love it. It's, you know, I never thought that that bring me to this point. You know, when I start, I'm just doing this by hobby. So now I'm doing lives. Woohoo!
There you go.
That's good. But like I say, I started with I think 1 pound brush and 2-3 bottles of paint. That's it. So, you know, just make sure you're having fun. That's the most important. And if you need any support, we are here for this.